With a plea and a needle, healthcare workers around the nation are welcoming the COVID-19 vaccine.
I want to inspire people, especially the patients that look like me and I take care of every day, that it's okay to get vaccinated. It's safe.
This morning, when Washingtonians can expect to get the vaccine.
The yearly flu shot requires one encounter with a needle, but the much anticipated COVID-19 vaccine will require 2 shots. This morning, we explain why.
Snow arrives today just in time for your morning commute. I'll let you know how much piles up and what that means as you head home from work.
With gyms closed and the weather getting cold, a health expert said you can still get fit by staying consistent and creative.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
8:01 on your Tuesday morning. We want to know, if you were given the chance, would you get the coronavirus vaccine? This morning we want to hear from you, and you can vote now in our KREM2 Twitter page, and there's a poll there for you to vote on. We're going to be checking those numbers throughout the morning to see what you think. They've been fluctuating a little bit, Dana Marie, but I think one of the biggest things that we saw was that increased number of people that say, I just don't know right now.
Yeah, we're seeing a 12.6% say I haven't decided. This is our live poll on Twitter, so if you're on social media, jump on with us. 60% are saying yes, 27% saying no, so there's a pretty big gap between yes and no, Joshua, this morning.
And of course, we do want to bring up that throughout the morning, we're going to let you know maybe some of the reasons why people would have pause for hesitation. There are some studies that are set to come up when we look at the impacts on children and potentially on pregnant women. So a lot of that information coming up this morning here on Up with KREM. Also coming up this morning, you look outside with Jeremy Legoo. What's going on this morning, Jeremy?
Ooh, we've got weather, and it's frightful. All right, maybe not that frightful, but it is a bit of snow coming down. We're seeing our next little band move into town. You can see the flakes flying. Look at them right there. Doesn't drop visibility all that much just yet, but as that snow picks up, expect visibility to be reduced. Temperatures hovering right around freezing across the region, and this is going to be the case today. It's really going to be a fight of warming temperatures and that snow from the atmosphere overhead trying to cool us back down. We're kind of in it for a minute, and that snow is going to keep piling up as you scoot through the morning. Don't think that this is going to have too much of an effect on the morning commute. I think we're going to see a bulk of this fall just as that 9 o'clock hour comes to an end. Then starts tapering off as we get into the middle part of the day. Later on this afternoon, we dry out a bit, and what that means for you is that a lot of the snow that falls early on today just turns into a sloppy, slushy mess later on. So expect that. And Joshua, temperatures warming today. This is still one of those days where we're talking even warmer temps later on this week. So all the snow on the ground, well, it likely melts by the time we close out Wednesday even.
Lots of information coming up in your full forecast, Jeremy. Today is the first day that we'll see someone in Washington receiving the PFIZER vaccine. UW-Medicine will do a soft launch for a select group of healthcare workers today at 11 a.m.
And Washington has received 62,000 doses so far.
It's tight right now. 62,000 doses of vaccine is not enough for that whole 1A group, which is at least 500,000 people in that 1A group. So it's going to take a while for us to have enough vaccine to everyone.
Here's what happens next. The people vaccinated this week will get their second dose about 3 weeks from now. Pfizer's vaccine is only approved for 16 years and older. Next month, studies will look into whether the vaccine is safe for pregnant women and children. 50 million Americans are expected to be vaccinated by the end of the month. Most won't get it until at least the spring, though. Officials say they have purchased enough doses to vaccinate every American by the end of June. But that relies on other companies being successful, as Pfizer is getting FDA approval. The FDA advisory panel will meet Thursday to discuss Moderna's emergency use request.
This week, 62,400 doses will be delivered right here to Washington State, as you see that map right now. But where are they going? We've confirmed that there are about 8,700 coming into the eastern Washington area, with most going to Spokane County. More than 10,000 will land in King County, and there are about 500,000 people in the first group to get vaccinated, known as that Phase 1A group. That group includes high-risk health workers, patients, first responders, and staff at long-term care facilities.
The State of Department of Health will host 2 virtual meetings to answer your questions about the safety and development of the vaccine. The first is tonight at 5 p.m. The second event is in Spanish on Thursday. You do have to register for the meetings in advance on the Department of Health's website.
Now, with the COVID-19 vaccine officially in Washington State now, one place we might all see doses available to the public soon is Fred Meyer. Our Nicole Hernandez joins us live now to explain. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Joshua. So eventually it could be as easy as literally just walking into your local Fred Meyer to get that COVID-19 vaccine. Now, that's not happening yet, but Fred Meyer does say that they are planning on eventually giving out the COVID-19 vaccine. They're planning on working with both the local and state health departments to make that happen. Now, of course, timing on when this will happen depends on the government's vaccine rollout plan. But in their statement, a pharmacist with the company said vaccines here could happen in the, quote, very near future. Until then, you can get antibody tests done here at local Fred Meyer stores. And Fred Meyer isn't the only big company that's promising these vaccines to come through their stores. Both Walgreens and CVS are also mentioning that they might have the vaccines as well. Live in Spokane, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Over in Idaho, they are on track to receive at least 13,000 doses of the coronavirus vaccine. Now, the first shipment is set to arrive by the end of the week. The vaccine is being distributed to 7 local public health districts. The locations were chosen based on the number of healthcare workers in each district. Like in Washington, healthcare staff, COVID patients, and long-term care facility workers are among the first to receive a shot. The state expects to get another 89,000 vaccines in the second and third shipment. And when is it time for the general public to be vaccinated? It should not cost you anything, insurance or not. The government, the federal government invested $10 billion in vaccine development and distribution. Medical providers can charge a fee for giving shots, but insurance companies are expected to cover that. You may have to file a claim, though. If you don't have insurance, that fee should be covered by the CARES Act provided relief fund.
Now, for those of us who choose to get the Pfizer vaccine, we will need 2 doses, one now and another in 3 weeks. And our sister station in Atlanta explains why.
When your lawnmower has been sitting in the garage all winter, the engine needs a little encouragement before it starts working again. Sometimes your body's immune system is the same way. You've probably noticed that the most advanced candidates for a COVID-19 vaccine will require 2 doses. It's not uncommon. Many vaccines require more than 1 dose. Let's explore why. Different vaccines teach your body how to recognize and combat different diseases. One lesson may be enough, but not always.
There may be some proportion of people who are protected, but you may not have an optimal proportion of people who are protected.
Like hitting the primer on a cold lawnmower, sometimes your immune system needs a little added boost to fight some diseases. The first dose of a vaccine does the priming, then comes another dose.
The second dose is more to ensure that everyone gets that full response, and so you can see a lot of variability from vaccine to vaccine.
Your body produces more antibodies with that second shot, along with an ample supply of memory cells that remind your body how to fight a particular illness years later.
You have immune cells that then get stimulated and make more immune cells that are more ready to deal with the invader.
Sometimes multiple doses are taken several weeks apart. Sometimes it's years apart. Those memory cells don't last forever. After the initial round of tetanus shots, it's recommended you get another booster round every 10 years.
For the latest information on the COVID-19 vaccine, you can text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000. Still to come this morning, a Facebook post highlighting Spokane's new police officers is gaining some attention online. After the break, we explain why former Seattle police officers are now in Spokane.
And we're looking at snow in the forecast, about an inch of it here in town by the time it comes to an end today. I'll let you know how long that snow sticks around.
We're all looking for more ways to live and stay well, and health insurance is more important than ever. Now through December 15th, find a plan for how you're living, including free or low-cost plans if you qualify. Go to wahealthplanfinder.org.
Leaky pipes? Clogged drain? No hot water? At Raptor Rooter and Plumbing, we know there's more essential business happening in your home now than ever before. We've implemented a no-contact process because we understand the safety of your family and sanitation of your home is critical. Call Raptor Rooter and Plumbing today at 509-230-2369 and receive $30 off any drain cleaning service. Raptor Rooter and Plumbing. We make your leaks become extinct.
Gotcha!
Quick! The quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-up.
Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry are the smile experts. Grins and Giggles' gentle touch and professional staff will make you feel right at home. Our gentle sleep option makes your visit stress-free. Moms and dads who want the very best dental service for yourself and your kids, choose Grins and Giggles. Take advantage of this year's insurance dental benefits before they run out. If you don't have insurance, call now and receive up to 50% off on most dental procedures. Grins and Giggles Dentistry in Spokane Valley. Most dental insurance accepted.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
Bi-Mart's Lucky Number Tuesday tradition continues. Over $500,000 in gift cards are up for grabs every Tuesday this Christmas season. You could be one of the many $100 gift card winners, or you could be the lucky one to win a $250 Bi-Mart gift card. Come to your Bi-Mart store every Tuesday to check our posted lucky numbers. There are winners in every store every week. And this Tuesday, thousands will win a Little Trees scented air freshener. It's Lucky Number Tuesday, only at Bi-Mart.
Let's take a look at what's trending right now on social media, and that's Mayor Nadine Woodward and a post from Facebook. So Spokane hired 4 new police officers. The new officers are not new to law enforcement, though. All 5 of them have 5 to 7 years of experience on Seattle's police department. Now, the post has been shared over 200 times on Facebook this morning and over 2,000 reactions. Now, earlier this year, the Seattle City Council reduced this police department's budget and reallocated some money to community programs. The new hires comes from Nadine's response to defunding police departments. Earlier this year, Nadine said she would welcome any officer to Spokane if their cities were defunding police departments. Defunding the police is a call for action heard across the country and here at home. After George Floyd was killed by a Minneapolis police officer, a national conversation began about how much funding police departments get and if that money could be used in other ways. It is 8:14 now. I know we have a lot to talk about in the weather department, so I'll send it over to you, Jeremy. Gosh, I can't talk this morning.
Hey, I'm right there with you, Dana Marie. It's a tough morning to talk. I don't know why that is, but hey, for some reason, it's just happening. Up in higher elevations, not only do we have snow coming down, but we have this. That's a whole lot of wind as this system starts working its way on through. One of the signs of something like this. We're seeing temperatures hover right around freezing here in town, and that keeps it as snow for now. But later on, we're talking rain moving in as temperatures start to warm up. But don't worry, in those higher elevations, it's snow all week long. We're starting out with temperatures right near freezing early on today across the inland northwest. That keeps snow in the forecast, and especially for these areas shaded in purple, where we are looking at 1 to 4 inches of snow by the time it comes to an end. Some of the spots picking up about 4. I'll be around Sandpoint. Maybe as you get over toward Newport, you could get a bit more snow out of this system, and that's going to be the case in higher elevations. Out to the west side's just a little too warm, so the mountain passes heading up and over the Cascades. It's a rain-snow mix. As you make your way toward Sherman or Lookout today and tomorrow, you are going to encounter snow both days. Here's our next push of moisture. This one's working its way in. See, it's back building a little bit. You can kind of draw a line right there, and as this system moves, we are still building that snow. That keeps it in the forecast a little while longer as we scoot through. So the snow keeps coming down. I think the bulk of it is in the 9:30 to 10 o'clock hour, so after you're at work. As we hit the afternoon, well, it's snow kind of mixing with a little bit of rain and then dying down later on today. So all said and done, we get about an inch here in Spokane. 2 to 3 over in Coeur d'Alene, 3 to 4 up in Sandpoint, Tooele, 1 to 3, 1 to 2 in St. Mary's, Pullman. You're right around 1 today, but this snow doesn't last long. Temperatures rise throughout the week, and that means it's rain down low and all that snow sticking to some of those higher elevations. By this afternoon, we're in the mid to upper 30s. 37 degrees and cars driving around means that it's going to be a slushy, sloppy mess. Tomorrow, 39 with showers moving in later on in the day. Those showers linger into Thursday, and then it's rain in the forecast all week long, and by this weekend, it's rain coming down as temps climb into the mid-40s.
Jeremy, all I know is that when it's raining and snowing outside, it doesn't really get me motivated to exercise. So that transitions pretty well into what we're speaking next here on Up with KREM. If you're trying to still work off those pounds from Thanksgiving, after the break, we're going to have some tips that could help.
And despite the difficulties of 2020, Santa Claus shared a Christmas message to reassure all of the worried children and families out there that Christmas is just fine. Take a listen to what he has to say.
Oh, hello everybody. Some children have been a little worried about coming Christmas due to this very special situation in the world. I can tell you that all the preparations here at the Arctic Circle in Lapland are going extremely well. But we all have to be very good and nice, and we have to follow all public health recommendations and social distancing rules. We all can find new ways to be in contact with our friends and relatives and loved ones. So, be nice to each other. Christmas is coming soon.
Love Local, proudly sponsored by STCU.
We have been doing this for about 85 years now, and as we all know, freedom isn't really free. There's people who pay the price for that. All those people who just swarm the downtown area to be able to honor them on such a wonderful day.
We are thrilled to present Spokane Lilac Festival with a check for $2,500.
We do look forward to seeing all of you at our next parade.
Thanks, Habitat for Humanity. I love my Habitat home. I feel safe and I get to see my mom and dad more. Being in my home for the holidays is the best gift of all, and you can help empower families, just like mine, by donating today. Your donation, even $20, helps build decent and affordable homes in Spokane. Donate just in time for the holidays at habitat-spokane.org. You can help. You are the difference.
Managing type 2 diabetes? You're on it. You may think you're doing all you can to manage type 2 diabetes and heart disease. But could your medication do more to lower your heart risk? Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease, so it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. and it lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis or have severe kidney problems. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
On it. Sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're committed to making Jardiance available and affordable. With our savings card, eligible patients pay as little as $0.
Pulse. Breathe it in. You're watching Up with KREM.
Thank you so much for joining us here on your Tuesday morning. Now, we all know it is cold outside. Gyms are closed and we are well into the holiday season, but it's never too late to find ways to stay fit. A health expert explains just a couple ways to think outside the box this season.
Still trying to work off Thanksgiving before even thinking of Christmas?
I think the idea is really to be consistent and be creative in what your workouts are.
Creative. If you're like me and running low on ideas, Beth Lewis, the director of the School of Kinesiology at the U of M, is here to help. Let's start with cardio. It's cold outside, so what else can you do besides run or bike?
You can do something like the dreaded burpee and just do 5 every minute for 10 minutes, and your heart rate will be high.
Or lunges, jumping rope, jumping jacks, wall push-ups, a pull-up bar in your doorway. Phew.
We separate out the strength training from the cardio, and they really can be together. And that is a good way to get your heart rate going.
And it all works together, right? So Lewis said food choices are important too, but hallelujah, she says give yourself some wiggle room.
It's okay to indulge a little bit. And so let's say today you really like Christmas cookies, and then you let yourself have 1 a day. And the rest of the time, I always just say eat real food and at least 5 fruits and vegetables a day. And goldfish are not real food.
Still a skeptic? Well, Lewis says it's an all-natural way to feel better overall.
But if you do physical activity, it helps with anxiety, stress, mood, energy levels, sleep, so many things that affect your day-to-day functioning.
So take the time to embrace breaking a sweat to come out healthier on the other side of this.
A lot of great tips there to stay a little bit more fit and healthy during this holiday season. All right, don't panic, but if you want your gifts to make it to people's homes by Christmas, today is your last day for ground shipping. We tell you everything you need to know, how to get those presents in the hands of your friends and family.
It's a holiday party for all ages with the Shirley Temple King, plus Danny Sia's natural slime, all new drill.
Today at 11 on CW22.
Want to see Christmas lights near you? Open up the KREM 2 app and tap Near Me. Enjoy all the great light displays from your home or plan your own tour. Experience a little holiday magic on the KREM 2 app.
'Twas the holiday season, and as is often the case, magic was found in an unlikely place. Molly tried her best to make introductions. Dad couldn't see past his grown-up assumptions. But thanks to fresh ham and warm apple pie, Dad was finally able to see with fresh eyes. To every baker, sauteer, and fryer, happy holidays to all from your pals at Fred Meyer.
Does your truck bed look tired and worn out? Or are you just looking to get the best protection for your truck bed? Well, Bullhide Liner can help. Bullhide Liner has been helping customers just like you for nearly 30 years. No matter what condition your truck bed, Bullhide Liner will make it look like new. Have less maintenance and more longevity by calling 509-532-9007 for a free estimate on your trucks. Visit our website, www.bullhideliner.com, to see examples of our quality work.
As a working mom, COVID has been really tough. Video classes, remote learning, all while I'm working from home too. It's hard.
I want to see my kids in the classroom, and I want to get back to the office again. That's why I choose to wear a mask, to protect myself and protect others. If we can stop the spread of COVID, we can get our schools open again.
You're watching Up with KREM.
Welcome back to Up with KREM. This morning, we want to get a look at the top 3 stories of the day.
But first, let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
In North Idaho, the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office and their dive rescue team rescued a woman who drove her car into Hayden Lake last night. It was near the Honeysuckle boat launch, and dive members and fire personnel were able to remove the woman from her car. She is currently being treated for life-threatening injuries at Kootenai Health.
An update to the police investigation that shut down multiple blocks in Browns Addition yesterday. Spokane police say they've arrested 34-year-old Frankie Kimball, who is accused of shooting 2 men and killing 1. Police responded to the area around midnight on Sunday. They found 1 man dead and another injured. The second victim is in the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
And open enrollment for the Washington Health Benefit Exchange closes today. You will need to select an insurance plan by 11:59 p.m. if you want coverage starting on New Year's Day. If you don't make the deadline, you can still enroll until January 15th. The coverage will not begin until February 1st. We've got all of these stories on KREM.com. Jared.
And we're looking at a little bit of snow coming down today, about an inch here in town by the time it's all said and done. Could be looking at even more as you make your way into North Idaho. But later on this afternoon, warmer temperatures will start to melt, and then it's rain the rest of the week.
And if you were given the chance, would you get the coronavirus vaccine? This morning, we do want to hear from you. You could vote right now on our KREM2 Twitter page. We'll be checking on that throughout our show over on the CW22. Right now, it looks like the majority of you are saying yes. I'll tell you what percentage coming up.
And local jails are seeing outbreaks of the coronavirus. So how do those outbreaks impact our total numbers of cases in our area? Coming up, I'll break down the numbers to see where we stand as we wait for the first vaccines in Washington. And that is your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. We've got another half hour of Up with KREM continuing on the CW22. We'll see you there.